this lesson we're going to learn about chord scales. What we're going to do is we're going to take the top 4 strings and we're going to go up the neck using chords, and I'm going to give you one example with more traditional sounding chords and one example with more modern sounding chords. The examples in this lesson will be in G minor, so we're going to be thinking G minor 7 all along, and we're going to learn how to play up and down G minor by basically harmonizing every note in the scale with different voicings. Now I'll start with a more traditional example. We're going to start with a G minor 7, then we're going to play a diminished chord, okay, to connect to the next inversion, and a diminished chord connecting to the next inversion, then some basic 7th chords connecting everything. This is more of a bebop chord scale. Probably heard something like that. It's more of a traditional sounding chord scale going up and down. Let's take a little bit more of a contemporary example by putting the 11 in, and then taking this structure and moving it up. So those are definitely a little bit more of a modern sounding example. I think you'll find that this will give you a great technical workout for chords. These are not easy to play, and you'll need to, definitely plan some fingerings out and really memorize, what comes next. So this will take some time. Specifically, there are a few things that you might find challenging. So when you do the more traditional bebop example, this is pretty straightforward, but then when you get to this, you have to make the choice whether you want to flatten the second finger to play this chord or whether you want to play it with all 4 fingers. Okay, so that's one technical thing you might run into. These are pretty straightforward right here. Again, you run into that voicing again. So you'll have to make that decision whether you're flattening the finger or using all 4 fingers. Now with a more modern example, this fingering is pretty straightforward, but once you start getting into these might feel unfamiliar to you at first, especially this one. Okay, then moving up. This one too might feel new to your fingers, so you might need to take some extra time to work that into your technique. about these is they can be great for, creating backing tracks for yourself for soloing. So you can loop a bass line and then you can loop some of these chords, and it can be a great way to play some modal vamps for, backing up your improvisations.